I mean, Council, effectively, the court has agreed with your submissions. It's been a long journey. This must be some good news for you.
Definitely. Why not? I mean, we have to protect the sanctity of the Constitution, and we are gratified that the law lords, all the 7 of them, have agreed unanimously with the position we have held all along, that at all times material, James Gyakye Quayson was not qualified under the dictates of the Constitution of the Republic to have contested as a member of Parliament for the Asin North constituency. It's been a long road. We can all attest to the number of times we have paraded the court premises. But today, finally, the judgment has been handed, and we have a clear indication as to what the provision on dual citizenship is in respect of a contest for member of Parliament.
I mean, what do you expect to happen practically going forward? The court interestingly gave an order that his name should be expunged from the records of Parliament.
Of course, but that is a necessary consequence of the reliefs that we sought in the Supreme Court. If he wasn't qualified to have contested as a member of Parliament, of course, the necessary inference is that whatever happened was null and void and of no legal effect whatsoever. So Parliament cannot still keep his name on their books. It's a necessary consequence, but of course the order has to be drawn and served on the Speaker, and his name will have to be expunged.
I mean, your client is a constituent. I mean, it means that he's looking forward to the EC, once that order is drawn up, the EC taking steps for effectively a by-election to take place.
He's not looking forward. That is the
Well, lawyers for the plaintiff is currently addressing the press.
The EC will have to comply. Insofar as that seat now remains vacant, the EC has to conduct elections in that constituency. So it is not for my client to be looking forward to. It is for the EC to comply with the orders of the Supreme Court. And the constitutional injunction is that if a seat is vacant, you organize fresh elections.
This essentially was decided when you went to the High Court. Will you have to come in again for Parliament to do what is needful?
I don't understand how you mean by it was decided.
I mean, when you went to High Court, by the fact that the High Court ruled that his election was null and void, it was implied that the Electoral Commission was expected to conduct a by-election, but we've not seen same until you've come to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but let me correct you. The fact that the High Court held that he was not qualified did not necessarily mean that the Supreme Court was going to adopt the same position. You should also bear in mind that the decision of the High Court, the judgment of the High Court, is being contested in the Court of Appeal. Indeed, they filed an appeal. It was in the course of the appeal processes that we thought it wise to invoke the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to have this matter finally determined. But the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, and it is the court which determines all constitutional matters. We wanted a strict and proper interpretation, and true as that of Article 94(2)(a), and that is what has been done this morning.
It's been because there's this school of thought that even if there's going to be a by-election, as it stands, Mr. Quayson will still be qualified to stand the election. How about that, sir?
I don't think I want to answer to that. You can go and ask Mr. Quayson's lawyer. I'm not his lawyer. As to whether he wants to contest or not, it's the business of himself and the NDC, the party to which he belongs. I am not in a position to answer that. He can advise himself, as he did the first time.
It's been a long road for your plaintiff. For the brief moment that this decision was made, has he been able to tell you his feelings about it? And is he allowed to make a comment about it?
He's not. Don't put him to that. He is here. It's obvious. It's obvious that he should be a happy man, because the matter started from the High Court, went to the Court of Appeal, and we are now in the Supreme Court. As a human being, you should be excited. So he is excited.